grew up in Pine. Couple of them grew up in Pine. Couple of them grew up in violent. High no turbulence violent. Flying while you niggas violent. Yo, flying while you niggas violent. I come so new when I'm driving. I come so new when I'm driving. Got a skyline view when I'm riding. Got a skyline view when I'm riding.
Gang. Welcome back to Let's Talk Everything for One Podcast, man. I have to come back with this episode because it's exclusive, man. You feel me? If you read the title, you already know what's up, right? You already know what's up because it just got deep. It got deep. It got different. It got unexpected. And I say unexpected because the move that's just been pulled, you feel me? The move that's just been pulled is something totally different, gang. I don't think we expected this in our last dreams, man. But apparently, Trump has used space technology. You understand what I'm saying? And they got people puzzled. You know, everybody looking around. They don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out myself. To my knowledge, you understand, I didn't know NASA had the space technology to help in a war. And then it sort of goes to them asking for all these chatbots, and they want to weaponize them. Let's check this out, man.
Welcome back. The global battlefield is expanding beyond the land, sea, and air, now in the far reaches of outer space. American forces have used technology in space to destroy Iran's military infrastructure during Operation Epic Fury, while tracking and shooting down retaliatory missiles. The New York Post reports Space Force's infrared beams track the missiles the second they launch via the heat they create. Crews work inside radar domes called radomes, resembling giant golf balls. They receive information in the sky in real time, calculate the trajectory of missiles, and therefore their likely destination, and act accordingly. Joining me now with more of this is the man of the hour.
Space weapons, gang. Space weapons now. That's different. I told y'all this shit it got real different, right? It did. It got different. And it got different because you don't know about no goddamn space technology. Like, what? Space technology, gang? Shit. We just found out y'all was hiding UFOs, the UAPs, and the aliens and ETs and all that extra shit. So, but to find out y'all been using the space technology to, you know, sort of clean up the mess out there on the field, that's crazy. That's different to me. But I'm not gonna lie, that's one major way for, you know, somebody who's trying to control the world to step in and dictate everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Administrator Jared Isaacman. Jared, welcome back. It's good to see you this morning. We so appreciate your time.
Oh, it's great to be back.
We've talked in the past about space being a major national security issue, and we need to protect it. Give us your take on specifically how space is involved in this.
Bitch start glitching. We fixing that ASAP, man. You know that. Bitch, you better get it right. Ain't no glitching. No, we ain't doing all that. But I mean, just to know that this shit is this deep, gang, space technology. I thought, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew we was real powerful. I knew we was real powerful. I understood. I didn't understand that far, you know. I was paying attention to everything.
Granger knows that as an...
Like, he was telling them if they make another threat, if they do this, they do that, you know, he ain't gonna play with them. He did. He told them that. He was like, look, if y'all don't back down now, it's over. It's pretty much over.
Sea and air, now in the far reaches of outer space. American forces have used technology in space to destroy Iran's military infrastructure during Operation Epic Fury, while tracking and shooting down retaliatory missiles. The New York Post reports...
YouTube don't flag me, gang. That's why I said I hope YouTube don't flag. I know how it be. You get to showing the bomb and shit like that, shit blowing up this flag, man. Space technology, gang, is totally different, man. So, you know, it shows that NASA been working on something bigger and better, you know, every time. NASA get bigger and better every time, and this time it seemed like they didn't hit the mark, right? At least, you know, that's why I was figuring like, damn, when we thought we seen it all, like we haven't.
Forces infrared beams track the missiles the second they launch via the heat they create. Crews work inside radar domes called radomes, resembling giant golf balls. They receive information in the sky in real time, calculate the trajectory of missiles and therefore their likely destination, and act accordingly.
What the fuck? Now again, like, I would have never thought in a million years that they was, operating with this type of technology. But if they got this type of technology, I'm wondering, is this something they wanted to integrate with the AI bots? Is this why the Pentagon wanted to weaponize the bot? This may be, we could have possibly, wanted to weaponize the bots to make the goddamn Space Force weapons that much stronger. I can imagine, because that bot strong. You feel me? If y'all was watching them interviews, gang, them chat bots, they so strong, man, that the CEOs of these bots were scared. They like, hell no, we do not want to, release this type of technology in the hands of nobody who want to weaponize it. And if they wrong, hell no. Like, why would the Pentagon be mad? You know what I'm saying? But they heated. They told them, look, we gonna hit you with a chain supply risk, gang, and your shit gonna be shut down. But he's trying to make claims. No lie.
Now, with more of this is the man of the hour, NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. Jared, welcome back. It's good to see you this morning. We so appreciate your time.
Oh, it's great to be back.
We've talked in the past about space being a major national security issue, and we need to protect it. Give us your take on specifically how space is involved in this particular fight and the battle on Iran.
Absolutely. And space is the ultimate high ground, right? President Trump certainly knows this. It's why he created the Space Force.
And I said that to people, I said, President Trump created the Space Force for them. I know a lot of people probably not even paying attention to Trump, because like I said, they don't put him in the limelight to be hated. I can understand, you feel me? I definitely can understand, but at the end of the day, I feel like Space Force was created for a whole different reason, a total different reason that we know nothing about. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's the scary part that everybody's scared of. They don't know what he's finna do. They don't know what's finna take place. They don't know how it's finna happen. You understand what I'm saying? These people do, though.
It's why he created the Artemis program, which is kind of on the peaceful civil side of space, which is my responsibility at NASA, and that's America's moon rocket behind us right now.
Artemis program. I never heard of that, y'all.
Now, but you're absolutely spot on. The assets we have in space, the satellites that are there for observation, for communication. I mean, these are the capabilities that are identifying the rocket launches, that are communicating to our forces and give America an extreme edge in this conflict.
Yeah, and that's why we worry so much about protecting space, because we know that that's where our satellites are, and an adversary would want to take down our satellite to shut the lights, certainly on Earth, and impact America.
I mean, I can imagine though. Shit, I can definitely imagine that's something they'll want to do, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can imagine the adversaries are gonna shut down them satellites, because they like, shit. First off, America powerful as hell. That we are, you know what I'm saying? We got the best technology. We got the most funding for the technology we have, man. We got people that's willing to get the job done. We got generals and congressmen and people that's pushing these laws to get the jobs done. But I think everybody is really scared because they don't want this shit to fall in nobody's hands. That's, you feel me? Not with the greatest intentions and reliable, or act like they ain't reliable for what's taking place. Almost like the people that was in the Epstein files, they want to act like they're not reliable for your name being in there. God damn it. You definitely reliable, man. Yeah. But I think that's why these CEOs, they like, no, I don't want to give you this program, because like I said, I was watching a Google X employee who helped create, the chat bots. And basically what he was saying out the horse's mouth was, this thing got so much power. It got so much technology. It got so much oomph in it that they don't want to release this to nobody with intentions to weaponize the gang. Like, I don't either. It's shit, you got me fucked up. But due to the fact that they're so powerful, they basically saying that the community, the world, has to have a say on how AI has to get, weaponized or carried out if it's used for a positive reason or a war reason,
America. Have we seen evidence of an adversary trying to mess with any of our satellites?
Well, there's no question about it. Again, this is why President Trump created the Space Force, is because this is one of the most important technological domains. And
see, look, he just answered the question. The whole time I was wondering why, President Trump created that Space Force. Like, damn, what take the satellites? Y'all mean to tell me these satellites that we got that powerful? And is that why we rule everything, in the air, probably out of space now? To my knowledge, it sounded like that's what they were saying in a few more interviews that was just took a couple days ago. But I'm like, damn, I didn't know we was that powerful, gang. That explains why China want to take us out so bad. Damn, China. You feel me? Chinese food good, though, I ain't gonna lie, but damn, y'all want to fuck us up like that?
Longer secure. I mean, our adversaries have capabilities in space that can threaten our assets. Now, we, of course, have our assets in space that can counter some of that. It's also...
Now they playing deep, and this is why they say it's a space war. He just said the adversaries got things out of space that can fuck up our assets. You know what I'm saying? Destroy or basically destabilize anything we got out there that's an asset to us. Something that's very valuable, you feel me, that can obtain a lot of information all over the globe, all over the universe. But at the end of the day, to know that America and other people, you feel me, other adversaries and enemies and rivals, they got shit like us out there. You hear me? So everybody, that's why they said it's a race. Like, but what type of race, gang? I hope it ain't a race to put all humanity lives in jeopardy. You understand? That'll be some bullshit. You rich motherfuckers need to calm down with all this AI creation shit. This shit ain't, you know what I'm saying?
The space keeps getting higher. The satellites initially in low Earth orbit are closer to Earth. They're probably a lot more vulnerable to the satellites we have in geostationary orbit. But now this is why cislunar space is important. You get higher up, you can still look down on Earth. You have some greater freedom of maneuverability the farther away you get. This is kind of the reality of the new space race.
So
that's the reality of the space race. Now that's deep, gang, because like I said, America ain't been telling us about the space race. They ain't been trying to keep us up to date. None of that shit. You understand? None of that. They've been keeping us outside the loop by keeping us distracted with all these new TV shows, all these new restaurant deals. Here, buy this, get 4 for 4, 5 for 5. Like, bitch, I don't know country in the world. You understand what I'm saying? We want you motherfuckers to disclose all the UAP, UFO files and let us know what's really going on around us. It's bad enough that every time we find out what's taking place, it's like, yo, we already down the rabbit hole. We too far late to even try to discuss a discussion about what's taking place around us in our community. You feel me? Like, we got a couple neighboring folks in Wisconsin. They fighting right now to keep one of these major tech companies from moving their shit up here and, hooking it to the water supply area by the pond or the little lake by these people's houses that they own and fucking sucking the lake dry. Y'all want that AI shit to run so bad. Them people like, nah, we bought houses out here. You feel me? We farm out here. And I think they putting the farm people in, in jeopardy. Like the farmers like, man, look, we ain't finna give up our shit for y'all. Y'all got life fucked up. We feeding the people. We feeding the community. We doing great shit. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all ain't doing nothing to put them down the community. The AI shit ain't like the AI finna get out there and rebuild, the community. Ain't finna plant no motherfucking trees and flowers. Make this shit make sense.
What does the U.S. need to do right now then, Jared? I mean, when you look at the national security stakes, whether it be lunar dominance, satellite protection, space supply chains, what are you most focused on? And what does the United States now need to do to protect that space?
There you go. We muting the shit out of them. Shout out to them, but not today.
Well, my first day on the job, I'm in the Oval Office as President Trump signs America's space policy, America for superiority in space.
Listen, I ain't gonna I'm gonna let him finish.
Now, my responsibility is on the civil, peaceful side to it. What are we doing about it? We're returning to the moon. We're returning to the moon and we're going to stay. We're going to build a lunar base. And next up is Artemis 2, which is America's moon rocket. It's right behind me. 8.8 million pounds of thrust. We're going to send 4 astronauts. around the moon in a matter of weeks, safely back to Earth. And then we're going to set up for missions every year, again in 27 until 28, when we land on the moon. And again, this time to stay. We're doing the other things.
Nigga said this time to stay, gang. What the fuck? What type of plan is these niggas making? He talking about we landing on the moon, we going to stay. We ain't just building, we ain't just coming home bringing rocks back. We finna go up there to stay. I heard Elon mention this, you feel me? Like about 2 weeks ago in the interview. He said something about they trying to colonize Mars. They really trying to colonize Mars. He said by 2030, they're gonna already have 150 units out there. And on these 150 units, there will be 150 units of robots out there, along with people like, some of the smartest, the techs, scientists, some of the engineers out there to create some of these things on the moon and Mars. You understand what I'm saying? To know that they had these plans the whole time. And look, Elon said that they've been made these plans about 30 years ago, gang. This was the whole plan. He said after a while, when rich people start getting a lot of money, they tend to, want to up the stakes. I don't know if this upping the stakes gonna be good for us, bad for us. I don't know.
Power and propulsion in space, so someday you can see American astronauts plant the stars and stripes on Mars. So this is kind of our role that we fulfill here.
Look, he just said Mars. Then didn't I just tell y'all what Elon Musk just said? He just told y'all. He said, "We're gonna see American flags on Mars." Goddamn it! So yeah, they plan on colonizing Mars. They plan on getting us on the moon. They said they already ready to put capsules, domes and shit on the moon, so they can move a few civilians. They're gonna move like 100 units with 150 regular civilians, Earth civilians, to go out there and live and tell us how it is. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. How many people you think gonna be, with that? How many people you think gonna agree to that? Honestly, people already feel strange when they go places they know nothing about. People already feel weird and out of place when they go into neighborhoods or schools or buildings that they know nothing about. Definitely, there ain't nobody there that I know. So imagine going out of space, gang, alone where ain't no human civilization there. You don't even know exactly what's out there. I guess by force they're gonna make people get off this motherfucker. I mean, we'll figure it out in due time.
We're pioneering and ensuring American leadership in the high ground of space. Then you've got Space Force. They're the ones that are standing out in the hill. They're looking out for everyone here on Earth. And then you've got looking out farther into space as NASA kind of leads the way.
Yeah, that's so fascinating. I want to get back to the nuclear.
Farther into space, where? You know what I'm saying? Where? Exactly where? Other galaxies, other universes, dimensions. Like, how far is NASA looking into space? Somebody please tell us that, because due to the fact y'all already kept so much from the American civilians and ain't, been fully transparent with the president, with the Congress, why in the hell we gonna trust y'all and gotta trust y'all? You feel me? I now understand what the damn CEOs of the chat box feel like. They're like, wait, why would I trust you with my chat bot? You can tell me all day, look, we ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna weaponize that motherfucker. We ain't gonna blow nobody up. You don't need to chat bot to make us automatic nuclear weapons. Trust us. But y'all trying to do this? Come on, gang.
Comment that you just made, but you've been referencing Artemis behind you. What do we need to understand about Artemis, Jared? What do you want to tell
us about Artemis? God damn it! That's another look. Here go another technology or whatever the fuck it is that they created. We don't know nothing about Artemis. What the fuck is this?
Tell us about Artemis. Do we want the camera to widen out or go closer to show us specifically what you're referring to?
She on what I'm on, nigga. Should we zoom out so we can see Artemis or what, nigga? What we need to do? We don't want no more secrets. Y'all just told her, oh, America using space technology. What the fuck? Ain't nobody know that. Y'all cool with the aliens, but damn, they allowing y'all to use the technology? The fuck out of here.
Okay, well, what's most important about Artemis is it's a program that lives on beyond any one rocket. You know, President Trump wants to make sure that we pick up where Apollo 17 left off. We are not just going back to the moon to plant the flag and bring home rocks and leave the footsteps, but to build an enduring presence on the moon, a moon base where we can realize the scientific, economic, national security value on the moon, to be a proving ground to test out the capabilities for someday when America's journey takes us to Mars. So this
basically what he's saying is they just setting up and you feel me, they setting and staging up motherfucking position on the moon, basically, so they can watch everything take place from the moon, guys. And Earth, if need be. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to know that, you know, this is what the government on. Not saying scary wild, but it's sort of like intriguing to understand, like, how far is they finna go? What is they looking for exactly? What will they show us? Will they show us anything? You know what I'm saying? Because so far we understand that they lied a lot about the outer space, about the UFOs and the aliens. You know, and I understand why, because people scared. Like, they know the civilians on Earth gonna be scared as hell, man. Half you motherfuckers right now, you know damn well you ain't finna try to meet it, shake it, greet it, even if it was friends and friendly. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna turn around, shit on yourself, around all types of shit. But to know that this is the plan, this is the goal, you know, it intrigues me to just wonder, like, well, what's next? After y'all do reach Mars, what's next? Is like, should we assume that America plan is to touch every planet? Maybe. You feel me? America is trying to be the first to land on every planet. So is China and Russia. And China and Russia is just about as, you know what I'm saying, witty as us with the skills, technology, and all the other stuff, scientists and reverse engineers and all that shit. So
episode, but you're going to start seeing moon launches to the moon almost on a monthly cadence. A lot of uncrewed vehicles are going to go there as we start to build out the moon base. You're going to see crewed vehicles with astronauts going at some point every year, eventually getting down.
So they're going to send a whole bunch of uncrewed vehicles first, meaning it's going to be AI bots, robotic, you know, bots. Now, Elon Musk already said he done prepared a whole bunch of his bots to be the first up there. You know, and to be the first on Mars. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the bots, they done already sent up there to pick up dust and rock from the campus back home. But that's kind of cool, man. Like, to know that, like, damn.
6 months, vehicle architecture will change until you've got repeatable, affordable missions going to and from the moon.
And you made such an important point in terms of the U.S. picking up the pace of all of this, as China is trying to win here as well. The Financial Times article, Janet Robinson writes this: one of the next contested space portfolios is not in the realm of rockets, lunar landers, or satellite constellations. It is embedded in the often overlooked ground game of infrastructure projects, long-term partnering agreements. Not surprisingly, the culprits here, the two authoritarian space powers, China and Russia. What can you tell us?
Well, I absolutely think the nations that are taking on the big, bold, grand endeavors and actually achieving them is how they're pursuing national security objectives. When America,
I don't think I heard a lot of people say that. They say, hey, yo, look, we don't want China getting that, right? We don't want China doing it because China want us out the race. Be real with you. China don't want us in the race. You understand what I'm saying? They mission to fight us out the race. They want to be first. They want to be first to have all the technology, the greatest technology. And you understand what I'm saying? They want to be the first to weaponize whatever bot they could. Russia do too. But will that happen? Who gonna achieve this race? Y'all think America gonna be first? I don't know. America, they look like they want to go to the moon. I ain't gonna lie to you. They like, shit, you see the Pentagon, nigga, we need all your bots. Pentagon come up with guns, nigga. We need everything you got, nigga. Give me that robot. You hear me? Like, shit, we're gonna take you out of business, similar to that.
Returns to the moon, builds a moon base. Returning to the moon this time to stay, it sends a message. It sends a message to every one of our adversaries, our geopolitical rivals around the world of what we are capable of doing. It sends a message of what we're capable of doing across every one of the most important emerging technological domains. I will tell you, it is absolutely a race right now. Success and failure on the moon is going to be measured in months, not years.
When will the U.S. have the capability to defend or even repair satellites in space?
Well, I'd say we have demonstration.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, they probably already got that technology. America probably already got that. Them boys, America do, they do their thing. They got talent, man. America got talent, man. Our country got talent. Our country, it gets shitty sometimes. The people in it shitty, but the talent, the skills, the way they operate, the organization, how they are so organized, I gotta give them that. You understand what I'm saying? I got to. So like I said, it's intriguing to me too. It's definitely intriguing to me too. What's going to take place is they're going to show everything we can do out of space. I don't think they're going to show it all right now because, like I said, they don't want to keep shocking people. They keep shocking them. You know what I'm saying? Now people finna be double shocked. Oh, America, Trump just used space technology. Well, hey, he told you.
A kind of peaceful civil side for doing on-orbit boosting of satellites, on-orbit refueling of satellites. In fact, our entire lunar strategy with our 2 moon partners that are building our lunar landers, SpaceX and Blue Origin, incorporates some degree of on-orbit assembly or on-orbit cryogenic prop transfer. These are going to be game-changing capabilities for the United States. So we are moving in that direction for sure.
I mean, look, without giving anything away, obviously we want to be careful here, but do you believe that our satellites are vulnerable to cyber or kinetic attack?
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. I don't think the motherfucker will try to make a cyber attack or, a kinetic move on us. Definitely, if they know how smart America is. America, we be, like I just said, we be on our shit. We do a lot of studies. CIA do a lot of motherfucking spying on people. So at the end of the day, I would not believe that they're not on their shit, gang. You understand what I'm saying?
I 100% believe that our adversaries around the world understand how important the high ground of space is and what our satellites are capable of doing, again, from an observation and communication perspective. And they are doing everything they can to try and challenge it. That's where President Trump's Golden Dome comes in. We're building out even bigger constellations of satellites. We're going higher. We're going into cislunar space. We're sending American astronauts back to the moon to build a moon base. So there's no doubt.
Now, I heard the people talking about this Golden Dome theory, and now that he just mentioned it, I understand what it is. And it could be maybe an infrastructure or construct under the satellite context based when he come, to Golden Dome theory. And I think a lot of people probably, I don't know if they was thinking about like, oh, he finna build a dome over America, whatever the case may be. Dang, we gonna die in this place. We build a dome over us, enough ventilation and that shit, we dying. Much chemicals that we set off in this bitch. You feel me? Much shit get burned and used up. Much we create in America, like, yeah, it's guaranteed. But at the end of the day, I think the dome probably can consist of a dome for the satellite system, the networking, and maybe the defense of the satellite system. I don't know.
This is Lovable.
We love you too, but we ain't gonna listen to your ass. Yeah, I think like the shit that they popping out with now, gang. I don't think we seen nothing yet. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think we seeing nothing yet. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I think we at the beginning. I ain't gonna lie. I think we at the very beginning. I don't think Trump pulled his biggest card. What they call it, the Trump card. I don't think that's been pulled yet. You understand?
Our capabilities in space, but this is why President Trump signs a national space policy calling for the continuation of American superiority in the high ground of space.
Yeah, I mean, that was so smart of President Trump to do that in his first term and then ramp it up in his next term. I want to get back to what we're doing in the war on Iran.
It was funny. I was wondering why he did that in the first term. It made me think. I was like, wait, why in the fuck he making a space force? Everybody did. I ain't gonna lie. All the people that that was like-minded, we was thinking like, wait, why would he send an army out of space? What the fuck is really going on? And then shout out to the tribe tomorrow, man. Hopefully they freed him. He was talking about it, and he was like, yo, this and that. Now we got a space war. I heard people talking about a space war over 3 years ago, gang. I'm not gonna lie. Right? And here we is, you know, they popping up videos about space technology, and now we taking the space to war, and the space race against China intensifies. Now, America and China been intensified. Y'all know that. We've been ready to rip each other. But we're gonna see where it goes.
Ron, because you just mentioned nuclear propulsion. And I spoke with Lindsey Graham, the senator from South Carolina, on Sunday. Listen to what he said. Watch this.
We now know they had enough 60% enriched uranium to make 11 bombs. What's that worth to America to make sure they don't have 11 bombs? All of this money is to make sure they never go nuclear, they can't hit us with ballistic missiles, and they stop terrorizing the region. When this regime goes down, we're going to have a new Mideast. We're going to make a ton of money. Nobody will threaten the Straits of Hormuz again. But Donald J. Trump saved the world from real chaos. Whitcoff,
There we go. We're gonna make a ton of money. We're gonna have a new Middle East. A lot of stuff he said, you know, it tells a lot. It tells us a big story. It tells us what's the real plan and who, you know, really got the intentions of what, the money that being made. I wonder, is he gonna create the Middle East like he said he was gonna do the Gulf? You understand what I'm saying? I'm just wondering. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's other things they can't release and tell us. Y'all know that. They can't tell us. He already told them, look, if y'all keep testing and playing, I'm gonna make y'all fall behind for 50 years, gang. It's gonna take a few generations to catch up. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a deep threat. So I understand really what Trump is talking about that he gonna release on them, gang. It's kind of hard, you know, if you sitting in my position from the civilian side. You know,
negotiator was told by the Iranians openly that they have stockpiled enough 60% enriched uranium, 460 kilograms, to make 11 bombs. Thank God Trump did this. Can you imagine a year from now? What would it cost America if Iran had 11 nuclear bombs to threaten us? They would hold us hostage. We would be held hostage in perpetuity by this terrorist regime.
So Jared, I go back to what.
So basically, yeah, they was on there with us. Trump said, "Look, I'm stopping them right away because if they get them nuclears, they gonna come and do us dirty." Like we thought. I don't know how they get motherfuckers come out now. 9/11, yeah, it was some inside job shit in there. I don't give a fuck how mad you get, fuck you. But at the end of the day, it was some inside job shit done. But the people that we was beefing with, gang, the Iranians and all the other motherfuckers who was really sending people over here to blow themselves up and this, that, and other. That shit got serious. It got serious, man. There's a lot of people dying over here. People lost family. People lost real members they love. You understand what I'm saying? All because of what? I don't know. Some money, position. I'm not sure. But the move Trump made to stop them, you know, with the nuclear bombs and all of that, I don't know. I think he might have hit him on the head. He might have hit him on the head. You understand what I'm saying? He just might have. He hit them and wiped them out. Straight out. You understand? So
about nuclear and propulsion. Is nuclear propulsion critical for national security when it comes to things like this conflict we're in right now?
Yeah, well, I just want to say, even though I'm here in my NASA capacity, I 100% agree with President Trump, Senator Graham, in that respect. You absolutely can never let a country where they chant death to America have nuclear weapons and highly enriched uranium. You don't even need to use that material to make a bomb. You can simply scatter that material and you can create radiological issues for lots of people and shut down entire areas of land that might not be inhabitable for.
Bro, they turned that plane into, y'all see how they did that plane game? That shit different. That shit different. That hit different. When you see the motherfucking bombs coming like that, you see them drones sitting up in the air watching down on y'all. You feel me? I seen a drone shooting hellfire missiles, gang. I'm talking about he was on it. And he told him, he's like, look, y'all continue to play them games with us, gang. Y'all gonna get this shit 20 times worse. Y'all gonna get hit with something you ain't never seen. You're gonna see a consequence you ain't never seen. And when, you know, when Trump talk like that, you gotta know the nigga serious. You gotta know the nigga. He's serious, and then he brag about it. He laugh, he do all that shit like he's dead serious, gang. And you know, like he said, ain't no president in history done what I done the shit I done. That nigga said done the shit I done. They start rolling. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga popping shit like he's one of the gangs. Like, you feel me? Because he know what he can do. He know the technology that we bear and hold. And I think he feel like he's one of the, I'm not saying it's true or not. I think he feel like he's one of the presidents who got the balls to step forward and start these wars or stop these regimes. Like, at the end of the day, whatever he did, if it was to stop them from coming over here, sending them goddamn soccer kids blowing up themselves to kill us, then, and even cool the part, they really didn't just wipe out kids and family members, gang. They was keeping it so safe. I think I seen an all-girls school get hit, whatever, whatnot. That was since anybody lost their life, but because this never meant, to be about the children. I don't believe so, but I think the people over there in their regime put their children in harm's way. They don't give a fuck. Shit, when they was doing this shit before, when the 9/11 shit happened, they was sending them kids over here with bombs inside their bellies, blowing up and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Running up on my face. Shit crazy, man.
Very period of time, it's completely unacceptable for them to ever have that capability. Now, nuclear power is immensely important for civil applications, for peaceful exploration in space. You've got
the airplane, literally.
Industry like SpaceX, Blue Origin, Rocket Lab, Firefly, all these companies, ULA, building chemical rockets. They can send you someplace within our solar system on a one-way journey. What do you do when you want to go back and forth? That's where you kind of have the interplanetary railroad, if you will, which is nuclear power and propulsion tugs, allows you to move lots of mass from Earth to
interplanetary railroad. I never heard of that. If you ask me, it sounds like they probably already had this interplanetary railroad, accustomed and, up and running. I don't know. I never heard of that shit. That's different. Like I told you, America doing a lot of shit we don't know nothing about. Now I don't expect them to tell nobody. You see the way these governments work and the way these congressmen work and the way these politicians works, they stay 20 years ahead. You feel me? They play chess on top of chess on top of chess. You understand what I'm saying? That's why Trump was able to make his move. That's why he knew, look, let's send them drones, let's send them bombs, let's go and wipe them out. They building nuclear bombs. We tried to give them a chance to give up. They didn't want to. Fuck it. We're going to make them niggas rebuild for another 50 years. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we're going to do it. Offer them money. They took the money and they built nuclear bombs with them. Fuck it. We're going to take them out. We're going to take the bombs out. We taking everything out. You understand what I'm saying?
Mars, for example, and then you can also bring that nuclear power down to the surface. You can make propellant, so when one day American astronauts arrive on Mars, they actually can manufacture the propellant that's going to be necessary to come home to Earth and tell us all about it.
But arrive on Mars. Listen, Elon already said he got the shit what it takes to arrive on Mars, gang. I don't know what I don't know if they don't want to work with Elon. I don't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, he been taught them, look, I got what you need, baby. I got the money, I got everything. You got the technology, you got the knowledge. What you want to do? Bitch, you want to go to Mars? You want to go to Andromeda? You want to go to a new universe? What you want to do? They're like, no, we got it. It even happened when he sold them that software, and they asked, "Hey, look, how much you want that for?" He said, "Give me 500 billion." You feel me? That's when Tesla was going broke. I don't know if y'all know about that. Go do your studies. But yeah, Tesla was going broke. When nobody trusting and believing in Tesla, the electric cars, they wasn't really making too much noise. Elon created something else, started marketing that shit, and he like, look, this is for y'all specifically. You. Y'all got some of the money I want. Y'all got them trillions, but look, I'll take 500 billion. They like, that's all? We want it. And, it was what it was. He said, no, you can't have it. We can integrate it with your shit. You understand what I'm saying? I still want part ownership of my shit. I ain't gonna play me out of my shit.
I mean, what I'm worried about and our viewers have worried about is China being complicit. I mean, aren't China and Russia right now using their space assets to assist Iran?
What? They using their space assets to assist Iran? They need to tell me China and Russia is helping Iran send them bombs. They trying to play that war game with us. I don't think that's what y'all want to do, man. If you niggas ain't been paying attention, y'all ain't seen that motherfucking laser beam Trump sent out of that goddamn boat in the middle of the ocean. You niggas ain't seen that laser? Boy. motherfucker melting through the city, gang. Like that's the technology I did not know we had. It's just like the Venezuela thing when they was talking about, oh, well, they sent the super soldiers. It was like 20 motherfuckers killed 300 people. And you know, that's probably over exaggeration, but yeah, Trump sent lesser than what was over there. He said, yeah, we had them people over there. They came in, they did their thing, got their ass up out of there.
And identify our forces for targeting?
Well, I certainly can't go into that. I mean, that's for the DOW and the intelligence community to,
yeah, the fuck you can. And since he said that, I sure wanted to say that nigga ear is big as a motherfucker, gang. I am not lying. I don't want to say it. That's what I thought. I said, you know what, I ain't gonna say no. That nigga ear is big as a motherfucker. He lied. I had to hit him with that. You lying motherfucker, you big ear bitch. You know you can't say something. DOW ain't gotta say shit, nigga. You know everything that bitch asking. You know everything we need to know, nigga. You need to give us the information, nigga.
To talk about what I will say, at least in the peaceful world of space exploration, Russia and China have already announced actually long ago collaboration on nuclear power on the moon, on the far side in the shaded in the South Pole, to build a nuclear power plant and alongside a research station.
So they building a nuclear power plant on the moon, on the South Pole of the moon. You feel me? They moving, gang. And look, he just telling us just he just telling the icing on the cake. He ain't telling us the inside of the cake, the ingredients, and you feel me, the flour type. He ain't telling us the egg, how many eggs they used. They could have been building on the south side or on the South Pole side of the moon, gang. I ain't gonna lie. For all we know. You know they always say, but people don't be looking up. We don't never look in the sky and shit. Be plenty of shit up there, gang. We don't never look. Me and my kids, we was out there looking the other night, checking it out. Damn, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? You see that camera zoom in on us, gang? You feel me? Like all types of shit. Like, y'all better pay attention, man. So when you think that moon, man, it look like something on the moon. That moon look bright. It look close. It is. Goddamn, stop tricking yourself. Like you to the earth and what's going on? They've been moving around you the whole time, gang.
And also why President Trump and his American Space Superiority executive order said America needs to build nuclear power and propulsion in space to enable Mars, but also to enable our...
What? We need to build nuclear power plants in space to enable Mars? Enable Mars for what? What the fuck we looking for? What is we looking for on Mars, gang? Make this shit make sense.
Space on the moon as a proof.
These niggas.
A nuclear on the far side in the shaded near the...
You wonder where taxpayers' money's going. This is where it's going.
South Pole to build a nuclear power plant and alongside a research station. It's also why President Trump and his American Space Superiority executive order said America needs to build nuclear power and propulsion in space to enable Mars, but also to enable our base on the moon as a proving ground for future missions farther into the solar system.
So
what the fuck? Man, y'all been doing the missions in the solar system. Don't lie to us, man. Y'all niggas been... Listen, that's why I be telling people, I said, look, they doing these missions, right? If they go to another galaxy, if they go to Andromeda, they go to another planet, my nigga, they are not in the same time zone we in. We in 2026. If they go light years, say if they go, 10 light years away from Earth, you hear me? They will be in where? 2036, gang. Fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about? 2036. They just went fucking 10 light years away, my nigga. So at the end of the day, like all this shit they be saying, you know, the spin, the toss words that they throw out, because the definition and the details you got to listen to in the words. The way these government workers and these, you know, big top companies and shit, they use them words real well. Like he said, man, we plan to set this power plant shit up on the moon so we can fucking, you know, take control of Mars, and then we're gonna do further missions out there in the solar system. For what? Y'all trying to colonize the solar system? Like, could that be what y'all trying to do? You already got Elon Musk talking about how much energy he can suck from the sun. And I think they took that shit from that damn CIA video that was released from that damn big ass UAP, UFO, whatever they want to call it now, whatever proper term, taking energy from the sun, draining the energy. The fucking UAP was about bigger than the sun, gang. That motherfucker popped up out the dark, nigga, gloated over the sun, nigga. NASA released the video. This was crazy, gang. NASA released it. fucking thing was bigger than the sun, and it was taking energy. So you feel me? Like they putting all this shit out there for a reason, man. It's something bigger than what we know.
Is space becoming the next battlefield, and is America ready for that?
What? Is space becoming the next battlefield? What the fuck is she talking about? What battlefield? Bitch, ain't no gravity out there. How in the hell you think? So wait, y'all doing some shit that y'all ain't telling civilians. That's what I'm saying. Y'all better listen in detail. Is space the next battlefield? So what you saying, bitch? Ain't gonna be no more wars on planet Earth? You get what I'm saying? So all these rich motherfuckers, they already got the plans. The companies, they already got the plans invested and embedded. Because I'm gonna tell you something, the government had to use some of these rich people. That's why they run into all these AI bot creators. Them AI bot creators who created Chat, Gemini, DeepSeek, them niggas rich. Once them IT niggas went to school for computer science, they learned how to create them fucking smart ass bots. They got rich, nigga. Now they some of the richest people because everybody using these AI bots. That's why jobs getting rid of humans. The jobs using the money. But so the government do this. Hey, look, I like what you created. Due to the fact your shit is so powerful, and this is a patent they got. This is a law. This is a law. This is in the legislation. Due to the fact the patent you got, the shit you got, is so powerful. We need to use that. We need control of it also because we feel you don't know what to do with it. That's what that interviewer told the Anthropic CEO owner. That bitch said, we feel like the government and the world feel like a CEO of a AI bot should not just only have control of it because it's so powerful. We feel you should let the government also control it. What the fuck? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If they'll like stop it. Y'all killed. Listen, they got rid of the black dude who was able to make a car run off water, my nigga. And that black dude put that video up on YouTube that he had a car running off water. He made a machine that turned the fucking water into gas. It was another guy, a bald-head dude, who made a machine that turned the air into was it H2O? I believe it was. If I'm wrong, I think it was gas. Because like I said, it's an African young man right now who's turning all type of plastic. He grabbed things and he put it in this machine. It melts it and it turns it into, you feel me? Ethanol. It turned it into the gas. It turned it into the gas station graded gas. That's the crazy thing. You know, they taking these shit. They wiping them out. Little nigga, look, you don't know nothing about that patent you got. Get that to America. We need that, nigga. We know what to do with that shit. You better move around. And my mama sent little dude over there to wipe your ass out. So Anthropic CEO, he was scared. You know, hey, they just showed on the news the other day, yesterday, I believe it was, 2 days ago to be exact, that they got chat too. They got chat. Pentagon them went and sweated chat. Hey, look, we need that. You act like that nigga Anthropics, we're gonna charge your ass with a chain supply risk. Give us that motherfucking bot. We want it without the guardrails. You understand what I'm saying?
It's already there, but I will say that space is already the ultimate high ground. It is a battlefield. I will just say we have the best president, loves space, understands the
space is already. Let's go back. Listen what he said, y'all. He said space already been a battleground. We just don't know. The people on Earth don't know. Let's go back. Listen.
Understands the importance
field, and is America ready for that?
It's already there, but I will say that space is already the ultimate high ground. It is a battlefield. I will just say we have the best president, loves space, understands the importance of space. It's why he created the Space Force in his first term. It's why he created the Artemis program. It's why he created the Artemis Accords. And it's why on my first day in the job, President Trump signed the executive order on American superiority in space.
And should we be relying on private companies? I mean, Jared, talk to us about SpaceX helping in this assist in terms of critical national security infrastructure.
Well, I would say that America right now.
Now, SpaceX, for everybody that don't know who SpaceX is, man, that's where Elon Musk is crown superior at, right? That's where, you know, he put his best work at. alongside Tesla. He put his best work in SpaceX. Him, SpaceX, and a few other companies that are ultra tight. They got a lot of money in this shit, right? Now, when everybody thought Elon must stop fucking with Trump, that was the overplay for the underplay, right? We was expecting them to be so deep on connections, or I don't know what the world expected, because what we expected to see from them was not what they expected to show us. And I think that's where we got it wrong, because they met up, they clicked. Yeah, y'all seen Elon in the office, he's doing this and that. But at the end of the day, I don't think the meeting was about that. I think the meeting was strictly about Trump and congressmen and the government, maybe the Pentagon, hollering at Elon like, look, if we need Grok, and I heard also that Grok was supposed to lead the war. I heard Grok was one of the leading machines in the war. I heard, I'm not sure, allegedly, but they came to Elon. Elon, you feel me? He got a lot of pull, he got a lot of power, he got a lot of say so due to the fact he got them billions. They need them billions. They need them billions, right? They need that bot too. They need that bot. They like, that nigga smart. He got a bot. We can use that bitch. We can take his bot, Grok, Anthropics. We're gonna take Chat GTP. We're gonna take another bot. We're gonna mix them bitches. I'm surprised they ain't went for Claude bot check, y'all. I'm surprised. But what they plan to do with these bots, these CEOs don't want that to happen, man. You see what I'm saying? Artificial intelligence or AGI can get so smart that, you know, it can want to wipe out humanity. It can want to wipe out humanity itself, and that's scary. And I think that's what these billionaires scared for. Now, when you get a nigga like Elon Musk with all them billions in his motherfucking bank account talking about, I'm scared of what AI can do, that's different. That's different.
The healthiest, most competitive launch industry in the history of America's space program. We have SpaceX for sure. We have Blue Origin. We have Rocket Lab, Firefly, ULA. But when you talk about SpaceX,
Blue Origin, Rocket Fly, ULA, it's them a lot of companies, man. Them some of the biggest companies who's putting money inside of whatever space project, whatever that is out there they doing, man. You know, that's what's scary too to the people. I see why the civilians scared, gang. Like, y'all ain't filling us in. Then look, they automatically said once AI take our jobs, we're gonna give everybody across the world universal base income. What the fuck is that? What if y'all universal base? That basically this what it means. I had a site I pulled up too, and they already started the program last year in 2025. They was sending out checks, monthly checks. They said they was gonna do it for, I think, 2 years, 3 years, to see how it fit people due to the fact they don't need humans working at their jobs no more. They got the AIs, but they said this what we'll do. We'll send you a check in, man. It ain't gonna be much. No, bitch, you ain't finna have enough money to go buy you a new pair of Jordans and a PS5, ho. But I think what we do, we'll send you enough money to go get you a new vacuum, to go get your dog a new collar, and to buy yourself the favorite bag of chips you love, ho. All you gotta do is just shut up and accept the fact that AI is in our job. We don't need you no more. I was like, what the fuck? What's really going on?
Basically, if we did not have their reusable rockets, their rockets that return to Earth, land on ships, we would be falling behind our adversary, China, in terms of orbital launches every year. The capabilities they give us, and now Blue Origin has reusable rockets, that is the difference between who can put...
Damn, that makes sense now, Elon, because Elon said that. Elon said he's gonna be shipping his rockets and robots out there frequently, gang. He said he's gonna try to ship a couple, like 3 or 4 times a year, gang. Understand? So the connection with Elon Musk and the government and President Trump was to, hey, yo, we need you, gang. We need you part of this thing. You smart as a bitch. You got a lot of money, my nigga. You know exactly what you're doing, and we want you to help us beat out China. Elon like, what? Slap fives. You understand what I'm saying? They gave each other rounds of applause. I mean, goddamn, what else was it for them to do? What else was it for? Come on, gang.
And that's your observation satellites. Those are your communication satellites. Those are the capabilities right now that are making the difference in the Iranian conflict.
So do you believe that China is trying to plant the first permanent base on the moon? And what does that mean if it were to do that?
I 100% believe we are in a race right now against China, and the difference between success and failure is months. If we come up...
The difference between success and failure, y'all, is months. China's smart, gang. Nanotechnology, they whole fucking city over there is way above America, my nigga. They fucking buildings got neon, everything. They buildings, nigga, can, bro, they buildings, my nigga. When you ride past China buildings, the motherfuckers can scan you. They scan your whole cars. It's fucking cameras that they be like. They got drones dropping your food off. Everything is automated in China, man. That's why that's another reason why America is in a rush for them bots. Folks, them coming with guns. Give me the bot. I need that bitch. China and them is way ahead of us. In 2 more months, they're out past us. Bro, them little they smart as hell over there. No disrespect to your ching chong ching 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 chong. Y'all smart as a motherfucker. Right? So, come on, gang. Like, that's why they trying to race their ass. Well, shit, if y'all would have made buddies with China, then we wouldn't be racing, motherfucker. But that's impossible. You see, America want to run everything. America want to run everything. Like Trump said, he said, look, when we done with Iran, we'll be right in the water waiting on Trump. I mean, waiting on China. And hope China waiting on Trump. Because Trump waiting on China, he got some shit for him. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I hope we ain't get to that, but if we do shit, we can't do nothing about it. We're going to have to just, be one of them people like, it is what it is.
Sure, China will get there. They will get to the moon before America had a chance to return, and they will start building a base exactly where we want to be on the South Pole. They've already stated this. It's why we can't lose. We can't fall behind. It's why I'm here right now.
He said China already stated this. That's why America can't lose. Nigga, failure is not an option. Fuck you talking about, man. Anyway, man, you want to see some more of that video, gang, you got to go watch that video your goddamn self, because I ain't finna play everything. And some of you motherfuckers who ain't got the knowledge, you better go pick this shit up, gang. This shit is public. It's public knowledge, man. Go find it. Go receive it. Check it out. You understand what I'm saying? Pay attention to what's going on around you. A lot of people out there, they like, man, fuck what's going on around me. Man, I ain't going to be here for long anyway. I ain't going to be here in a few years. You don't know that. Your dumb ass don't know that. Your creator might allow you to stay and witness everything. You understand what I'm saying? So, you make sure you paying attention, man. Make sure you keeping your eyes open and you keeping your people aware. You understand? Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all have a great day, great night, safe weekend, whatever the fuck you doing. You make sure you stay out the way, motherfucker. I am out.
Man, you bitch niggas better ante your butt elevate. I need 6-figure money, won't hella bucks and hella cake. Fuck boy, I been on dummy, shooting hella ops, make them a day. If not him, then kill his mama, make him feel his wrath in the hell away. Hydro shock with his eye, make through his chest, watch as they swim away. I don't stop shooting till you die, and your last breath, and then I skid away. This a hollow tip.